All right, Bears fans, welcome to tonight's broadcast. Getting here a little bit late. We have about 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first half. Camden on top. The 4-1 lead over our Lady Bears this evening. Added a few more features this week since we are able to be on YouTube. So we've got the live score and time. Try to keep it as accurate as I can. Looks like the time is pretty close to the game time. It might get off if they have some stoppage time, but I'll try to keep an eye on that and adjust it along and along. Lady Bears have struggled this evening, but there was an intentional handball on the throw-in on the Camden Tigers. And the Lady Bears should have a free kick for about the 40-yard line. Good kick, deep inside the Tigers' territory. Good passing, setting up a possible scoring opportunity. Good kick, and just a touch, probably 6 inches to the left side of that frame on the goal. It's the best scoring opportunity we've had since I've been here. But with just a few more minutes before halftime, hopefully the Lady Bears can recollect and try to get this score tied up. It's definitely nice to see 3 referees out there this evening. One ref is very tough to be able to make all the calls. 2 refs, you're really spread out from the action a lot of the times, but when you have 3, you've got that main ref in the center and then your line judges. That makes it a whole lot easier for everybody. I'll be by myself most of the evening, so I apologize if the camera work isn't great. I'll try to keep everything centered up. But running the computer and the chat and trying to talk a little bit and moving the camera. A lot of things, a lot of moving parts, so I'll do what I can. Lady Bears with the ball moving forward. Looks like it was kicked out by the Camden Tigers, so it'll be a Lady Bears throw-in. Try to stay with you from now through the conclusion of the boys' game after this. Again, the score's 4-1. About 2 minutes left in the first half here in girls soccer action. Good throw in from the Bears. Good crossover. It is definitely going to be a cool evening down here in Camden. I have a little window open in front of me, and that breeze is blowing directly on me. Wow. Referee's calling a push on our defender. Looks like that is going to set up for a Camden PK. I apologize. I wish I had a longer zoom. I wasn't quite sure. I know we have a wide shot of the field, but that's as tight as I can zoom in right now. And Camden scores another. And 1 minute left on the clock. 1:07 where they stop the clock. Current score 5-1. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Lady Bears versus the Lady Tigers here in Camden. And the ref blows the whistle. Restarts the match. Lady Bears have been aggressive. Good aggressive push on the far side of the field. One of our strikers. And the Tigers are able to defend it well. And referees calling another push on Camden this time, which will set up a Bears free kick. They have about 30 seconds to do something. Good hard shot. Oof. Keeper made a great stop. If that ball would have been a few inches higher, that was probably in the back of the net. That was a great kick. And another foul called by the ref. 3 seconds remaining. 2, 1. Wow. That is the end of the first half. Your Lady Bears down 5-1 to the Camden Lady Tigers. And I know I haven't been here long, but we'll take a quick break. See you guys in a few minutes.
is able to usher the ball out of bounds for, looks like a Pierce goal kick. Nope, I apologize. That is going to be a Camden corner. The corner is in, and they chest the ball right into the goal. Great setup from Camden to put the Camden Tigers up 6-1 now. Looks like we had an injured player. I'm trying to figure out what the referee. Oh, looks like they're going to make the player come off for a play. Okay. And it will be a drop ball. Okay. Drop ball for the Bears. Bears with a good press up the field. Looks like Camden kicked it out. Pierce with a throw in. And Camden kicks it out again. And Camden kicks it out again. You can barely see the bottom boundary because the fence line runs right along eye level with the blue mark. So if you can't tell where the out of bounds is, it's right along the top of the fence down there. Good stop from our keeper. And a good pressing attack from Pierce. Let's see if we can put the ball in the back of the net. She shoots. And a good save from the Camden keeper. Great shot on frame. Right at the keeper's chest, though. And Camden with the quick pressure right back up the side. Looks like we had an injured Camden player. dangerous header. Luckily, it went all the way across the goal, and looks like it might be setting up for a Camden corner. Crosses up, and a great snag from our keeper, Olivia Bennett. Able to snatch the ball out of the air. Great save. And another bouncing save from our keeper. Just kind of the ball bouncing back there a little bit. And unfortunately, another goal for Camden to bring the total to 7-1. 33 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock. Let's see if I can get some more volume here. Check, check, check.
All right, there we go. Now we got some more volume. All right, turn that down a little bit. Let's come down to about 6 on the volume there. All right, there we go. Now we can hear. All right, sorry for skipping out on the action there for a minute. Trying to get our mic adjusted so you guys can hear a little better. Camden with another pressing attack on our half of the field. .32. 32 minutes, 15 seconds left in the second half. And Camden setting up for another free kick and another good scoring position. All right, waiting to get everybody in position. And here they go. Good high kick. Ball bounces up and to the left of the goal, setting up for a goal kick. Evidently, it was kicked out by a Lady Bear, so it's actually setting up for a corner. Corner's up. Good cross. Oh, she got her hands on it and just couldn't bring it down. Very similar to the last score. That one just barely slipped through her hands. That was, that was just a perfectly placed ball. Not a lot a keeper can do on a ball like that. And a score 8-1. Camden Lady Tigers on top of the Lady Bears. The second half, about 31 minutes remaining on the clock. All right, guys, welcome back. Sorry, I had a quick snack and getting some things set up. Passed videography duties off to my lovely assistant. So now I can focus on all the other technical stuff and talking to you guys. So current score, Pierce County 1, Camden Lady Tigers 8, second half, 26 minutes left on the clock. And Camden in good position again. Looks like they're going to award a throw in, not a corner. Bears play it well, try to kick it out, but just can't clear it out of the box. Dangerous ball. Great stop from Olivia. Ball went across her body first. Then it was tipped, went back the other direction, and she was able to make it back. If not, that was going in the corner of the net, so that was a great stop. Ooh, hard tackle. Hard no call. Wow. Referee says play on. Don't think there was any contact with the ball at all on that one. And another good defensive stop from the Bears. We're able to get some stops. Just not able to really clear the ball up to our offense, our strikers, our forward players. We're getting it to about the 30, 35-yard line. Just can't get it out from our backfield. And I came in probably 20 minutes, about halfway through the first quarter. Sorry, the first half, and most of the game has been played in front of the Bears net, and that is never good. It's never easy for a keeper when the whole game is right in front of you, and you never know where the shot's coming from or when the shot's coming. And usually the score kind of indicates that, as it does here. Another, could have been dangerous. Another bouncing ball. And our keeper's able to kick it back out to the 40-yard line. Out of bounds on the Lady Tigers, which gives our Bears a throw-in on the far sideline. We've had some good attacks when we've been able to get the ball past midfield. We've generally been able to continue pushing it down and get some shots. But the 2 or 3 shots I've seen have just been right in the keeper's chest. We got to make her work for it a little bit. Make the keeper move around. Maybe make a mistake. But our shots have kind of been right there, center of the net, center of the keeper's chest, and we haven't been able to put much on the board. Pierce kicks it out of the back and sets up for a Camden goal kick, who just kind of squib kicks it. But it works, and they're able to push the ball back towards midfield. Good defensive stop. Oh, looked like they were some hair grabbing right there. One of our Bears tried to get away and stopped dead in her tracks, looked like by her hair, and the referee says play on. Oof. I could hear that all the way in the box. That was foot to shin or something. Referee stops the clock. 21 minutes, 38 seconds on the clock. I'll get hours adjusted. That way you can keep up at home. Ooh. Got the volume fixed. All right, looks like our player is up and moving and will give us the kick. Free kick from our 20-yard line. Up in the top left corner, you'll see our boys team warming up. We'll stay right here and bring that broadcast to you next. After the conclusion of the good girls game, good passing up the sideline. Another great pass, setting up a possible opportunity, and just barely able to get a foot on the ball, and they were able to defend it. Our Bears are keeping up pressure, maintaining possession, and eventually kicked out of bounds. Ooh, some feistiness down there from the Tigers. They are a little chippy, throwing the ball at the player, definitely throwing some hips around down there, making full contact on just about every play. And 20 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Scores 8-1. Camden Lady Tigers up on our Bears, but Bears have a promising attack, setting up for a free kick. And a great scoring position. Great shot up, and just a few feet over the top of the goal. Her last free kick, she needed about another foot, and it would have been in the back of the net. It was able to find the keeper's hands. That one was a little bit too high, probably a few feet too high, and sailed over the top. The keeper just rolls it out to one of the defenders, and away they go. Good punch through ball on the Tigers, and it is stopped. Good scoop from our keeper. Olivia Bennett was able to get her hands on it and stop that attack. It was a smart move coming out of the goal to be able to get that one too. If not, their attacker had us beat. And it looks like they're going to call a hand, even though it was the shoulder. Referee's going to say it was her arm, and set Camden Lady Tigers up for another good shot to score from 15 yards away from the net. And the ball is up. Good stop. Keeper's able to jump, put her hands on it, and come down with the ball. That was a great stop. Camden has just done a good job keeping the ball at our end, the Pierce County end of the field. They've just been able to have somebody in the right spot and put just the right pressure and just prevent our girls from really being able to make a break on the ball and not being able to push the ball forward. A lot of the offense has actually come off of the foot from our keeper. She's able to get the ball to about the midfield line, and then it's been about 50-50 whether or not we can keep possession and keep moving down the field, or Camden retakes possession. It's a good defensive stop. Again, we stop it, we kick it, but then we just can't get it past midfield. It tends to kind of be our just a hard boundary we're having trouble moving past. As I said earlier, most of this game has been played in front of the Pierce County net. We just can't get the ball and keep possession on the Camden side of the field. Sets up for a Camden throw in. And Camden has made
good
good
passes.
passes.
They're
They're
able
able
to
to
find
find the open player to make a good pass. And
Their
their
girls
girls
have
have
had
had
some
some
good
good
foot
foot
skills,
skills,
good
good
tackle.
tackle,
And
and
looks
looks
like
like
that's
that's
going
going
to
to
be
be a
a
yellow
yellow card.
card. Should be a yellow card for
Both
both players,
which
which will
will send
send
them
them
both
both
off
off
the
the
field.
field.
I
I
think
think
that
that
was
was
a
a
good
good
call.
call.
Both
Both
were
were
getting
getting
a
a
little
little
chippy.
chippy.
Camden
Camden
has
has
definitely been
definitely been
chippy.
chippy,
But
but
that
that
was
was a
a
good
good
call
call
on
on
the
the ref.
ref.
Slow
Slow
the
the
game
game
down
down
for
for
a
a
minute.
minute. I know my
My
digital
digital
online
online
timer
timer
seems
seems
to
to
count
count
down
down
quicker
quicker
than
than
the
the
actual
actual
time.
time.
So you might see me
So you might
adjusting
see
it
me
here and
adjusting it
there.
here and there.
But just in case you can't see, the score is 8 to 1 Camden Lady Wildcats on top of the Pierce County Lady Bears. Our boys are warming up in the top left of your screen. We will bring that game to you next. Camden again keeping the pressure up. Another shot on goal. Bouncing ball stopped by our keeper, who's elected to slow the game down a little bit. It's kind of concerning that the lines for the penalty box are very faint. Even from up here, you can barely tell if it is a shadow or a line that's just been painted on. It's definitely not as thick as some of the other lines on the field. So home fans wanted a penalty on that. The referee says play on. And the Bears kick it out, setting up for a Camden throw-in. Bouncy ball going well outside the net. Should set up for a Pierce County goal kick. With 14 and a half minutes on the clock. Good kick right to one of our Bears. Who's trying to get, again, we've just had a struggle tonight getting the ball past the midfield position. You know, that 40 to 50 yard line, we just hit this invisible wall, and we've just struggled to really move the ball tonight. And the game just continues to be played on the back half of the field in front of our goal. And that just puts a lot of pressure on your defense, puts a lot of pressure on your keeper. Generally, it means that our strikers are having to start playing back more to help out a little on defense, and just isn't a recipe for success in any game, any level. As Pierce makes a good kick. Again, we got a good kick, got the ball past midfield, but right to one of the Camden Lady Tigers, and they're able to quickly get the ball headed back this way. Set up for a Pierce throw-in around the 45-yard line. Headed out by Camden. Sets up another Pierce throw-in around the 30, maybe 25-yard line. Good throw-in right down the line. Kicked out again by Camden. Setting up another Pierce throw in. Ball's thrown in, kicked by Camden, headed by Pierce, right to the hands of their keeper, who I haven't really seen kick the ball tonight. She's kind of just either rolled the ball or set the ball on the ground and kicked it. I haven't really seen her take any, punts or drop kicks. Not even really a throw. She just kind of rolls the ball. Where for us, that's kind of been some of the boost to our offense has been our keeper being able to kick it to about the midfield line and letting one of our offensive players get the ball and keep it moving downfield. So Camden with another throw in around the 25. Nope, they're going to call a free kick. Direct free kick from 26, 27 yards. Good boot. Lands in the box. Another good shot on goal. Slips through our keeper's hands but goes out, which will set up a corner kick for Camden Lady Tigers. 10 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock. Scores 8-1, Camden on top. And Camden sets up for the kick. Ball's in the air. Great distance, great height. Actually, too much distance on that. Their last few, they've scored twice on corner kicks tonight. And that was another good shot. Third shot. Bounce off the pole. Fourth shot. Wide of the goal. Back to the center. Another deflection. That was a great offensive set of events for the Lady Tigers off of the corner. And the Bears did a fantastic job defending that, setting up the goal kick. A lot of the scoring has been set up off of Camden's corner kicks. They've had, I believe, 2 penalty kicks. They've had a few different free kicks just outside of the penalty area. Good kick down the sideline. Pierce kind of scrambling to get to it. The keeper comes well out of her box and kicks the ball out of bounds. We were able to get the ball past midfield, but a little bit too far. We didn't have anybody down there to be able to receive it. The keeper's able to make a play on it. Good tackle from our Bears. And just not able to connect on the pass. And Lady Tigers able to press the ball up the far left side. Tried for the corner and well defended. Tried to get that cross in. Looks like Camden bringing on some subs. Right at 8 minutes left remaining in the game. That corner kick is up. Another great looking corner. Just out of the hands of our keeper. Slips through. They're able to put a head on it, but luckily it goes just outside of the net and sets up another Pierce County goal kick. And
their
their
corner
corner
kicker
kicker
is
is
very
very
good.
good. She's been able to put one directly in the net. That one would have been in the net. I mean, that was a very good kick. Very well placed ball. She's had at least 3 of those tonight that were just perfectly placed corners. She's been able to directly score from it, but also set up one of her teammates to put a head or a chest or a knee on the ball and get it in. Ball slips through the legs of one of our defenders and the hands of our keeper. Was able to boot the ball to about the 40-yard line, but right back to Camden. Good pass. Right through the legs of one of the Camden players. Bears trying to punch the ball through, trying to get something going on offense. But offense has been a struggle this evening for the Lady Bears. We've had a few chances, not many. Only capitalized once. We've had a few other shots on goal, just have not quite been able to connect. Number 15, who I believe, based on my list, is Kate Wheeler, has had a few free kicks. One went into the hands of the keeper. She was able to jump up and make a catch on the ball, and that would have been in the back of the net, but it was a great shot. Another free kick, she put the ball just over the net. Those have been 2 of our more promising set pieces and attacks. One was probably 25, 30 yards away, and she was still almost able to put it in the back of the net, which was a great kick. Pierce County with a goal kick. And good kick, sails about 30 yards. Makes it back to midfield, where Camden kicks it out, sets up a Pierce County throw in from about the 45-yard line. It's a good 20-yard throw. Missed one of the Camden players, missed the ball. Allowed Pierce County to kind of stay with it back there, but ultimately able to kick the ball out. Sets up another Pierce County throw in. Camden with some good pressure, running straight down the middle of the field, just one player. Able to weave through some of our girls, weave the ball through some traffic. And Camden kicks it out, which will set up another Pierce County goal kick. 3 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Pierce County Bears down 8-1 to the Camden County Lady Tigers. The boys are in the corner warming up. We will bring that game to you live after the conclusion of this game. Take a break, warm up for a minute, and be right back with some boys action. Camden with another kick, and was off frame. Keeper tried to stop it, put her hand on it, it went out of bounds, so that'll set up a Camden corner kick. We would like to thank our sponsor for the evening that allows all this video equipment and computers and camera lenses and microphones. That would be my business, S3 Design Co. For all your photography and videography needs, aerial photography, wedding videography, commercials, social media shorts, anything to do with videography, I got you covered. Good corner from Camden. Ball bounced around a little bit. Bears able to get it out. They bounce it back in. Took another shot on goal, and our keeper Olivia Bennett is able to get her hands on it and boot the ball from our back end. Again, the one thing the Camden girls have definitely been able to do is kind of out physical us tonight. They are not afraid to put their body on our body, and kind of throw a shoulder, throw a hip, and just push our girls around. They have done that pretty regularly all night. And when our girls are trying, they're lowering their shoulder. They're trying to move them off the ball. But the Camden players are just get another good shot, another great stop from our keeper. That striker has some great footwork. She's able to weave through several Bear defenders and get a shot on frame that was thankfully stopped from our keeper. And here she goes again. Good footwork, good dribbling, passes it out, pass back to her, setting up 10 yards out, another shot, and it was about 3 feet too wide. I believe it is 17, Camden County number 17. She has consistently been able to just kind of weave the ball through traffic, get a shot, and has been able to sneak some through. 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Pierce with the goal kick. Ooh, sets up another collision in the backfield. And that one will be called. First one wasn't. That one had her arm extended out. And it looks like our Bear took the brunt of that one. I think she landed on her arm. Ref stops the clock with about 30 seconds left. 29 seconds. Injury timeout. And setting up what should be a Camden free kick from the 19-yard line. .29 seconds. He's walking off the 10 yards. As our Bears, our boys team is getting ready at the far end of the field. 30 seconds left on the clock to be able to take over. And the ball is up, good kick, and our keeper is able to get her hands on it and make a good save. Bears making one last ditch push forward. And that marks the end of the game. Your Pierce County Lady Bears fall 8-1 to the Camden County Lady Tigers. We will take a quick break and see you in just a few minutes for some boys action. Welcome to everybody joining us tonight. Team captains are on the field meeting. Coach Tommy Doss. Looks like our keeper Caden Edwards and Keb Carter. Two of our first team all-region players from a year ago. Got about 3.5 minutes on the clock before we will bring you Pierce County Bears versus the Camden County Wildcats. Soccer in South Georgia. Lady Bears just lost 8-1 to Camden. Obviously a much larger school, a lot bigger pool of players, students to be able to pull from for athletic events. So it makes sense that they, on at least paper, should have a far superior team. But the last 3 years has not worked out in Camden's favor, as Pierce has won 3 in a row, and our seniors are hoping to keep that streak alive and make it 4 years in a row against the much larger Camden County Tigers. We'll be back in just about 2.5 minutes for some boys soccer action.
Hey, Wildcat fans, we invite you to visit the concession stand on the home side only. Thank you for supporting Wildcat Band Boosters. The GFSA and its members code have made a commitment to promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at all GHSA sanctioned events. Profanity, degrading remarks, and intimidating actions directed at officials or competitors will not be tolerated, and the grounds for removal from the event site. Spectators are not allowed to enter the competition area during warm-ups or while a contest is being conducted. Thank you for your cooperation and promotion of good sportsmanship at today's event.
All right, countdown timer has hit 0, and it's time for player introductions. And then we'll get down to business down here in Camden County on this cool February evening. So much for player introductions. Looks like our players are just going to take the field. Have a quick huddle and prayer, and then we'll be ready for business. Thank you, thank you guys for joining us this evening. Blake Edwards here, my lovely assistant on the camera tonight, my wife. We'll thank our sponsor, Esser Design Co., which is my business, which is able to provide all this camera equipment. Got a laptop and some new things up here, cameras and microphones that we'll try to bring to every game. As long as they will let us get a Wi-Fi password, I'll try to bring you these games each and every week. Try to get here to set up for the girls' game, at least catch the last half of the girls' game each week, if possible, and then be here for the boys' games. It is a cool evening, to say the least here. That wind is blowing, especially up here in the press box. The wind's kind of whipping. And I've got a window open for the camera so that we don't get a glare off the glass. So here we go. Pierce County boys soccer versus Camden County Tigers. Have some good passing early on. Tackle, interception. Good stop by Kev Carter, pushing the ball forward. Good step by Rolo there on defense. Tried to boot the ball out, wasn't able to get it past the attacker. Good cross from Camden, far side of the field. Pierce is able just barely get the ball out and puts a shot 20 yards over the top of the goal, which will bring up a goal kick for our keeper, Caden Edwards. Again, on paper, Camden should obviously have a better team. Much bigger school, much larger pool to be able to pull from. Caden was able to kick the ball right to the 50-yard line, right to a Camden player, and ref calls penalty, direct kick for Camden. Gives our defense a chance to settle back down, mark a man. We'll try to keep the timer accurate. Our timer is not synced to the stadium. I'm having to do that manually, but it seems to be pretty close right now. Kick is up and into the hands of our keeper, who throws it about 30 yards out to Ashton. Was able to get the ball forward before it's taken from by Camden. Camden's playing it back. Dangerous pass. Looks like Christian's got the ball on the far side. He's making a press up. Good shot. And a diving save from the keeper. I think that would have been just wide of the net had the keeper not put a hand on it. But nonetheless, a great aggressive play from the Bears, which will bring up a Pierce County corner kick. We've done well this year. We've had some good set pieces. Looks like Eric is going to be taking that corner. Ball's up, low ball, low cross, and Camden's able to get a foot on it. Our player tries to come up and put some pressure on it and is able to make Camden kick it out of bounds, which will bring up a Pierce County Bear throw in from about the 30-yard line. Kev comes across from defense to be able to take this one. Goes in. Camden boots the ball to the 50-yard line where Josh Boatwright's able to kick it back. And Camden kicks it out on the far sideline. It'll be a Bears throw in around the 35-yard line. Good throw in, rolls down. Good opportunity, and we'll pull up. Keeper comes out, make a sliding save. looks like maybe Sebastian pulled up there. Nope, it's not Sebastian. Not sure who that is. Oh, it might have been Christian. He's usually on this side of the field. Yeah, it was Christian. He was just on the right side of the field instead of the left where he normally is. And good stop from Keb. Pushes the ball up to Ashton up the middle. Ashton tries to push the ball up far right side. To Eric. Ooh, dangerous play. Eric has a push in the back and gets the penalty called. Bring up a Camden free kick from about the 42-yard line, their 42. Good deep cross. Headed one of our defenders. Good passing, trying to press the ball forward. Oh, it's not Eric with the gloves on. That's number 8. Sebastian has the gloves on. Last game it was Eric that had some black gloves on. Tonight it is Sebastian, so I'll have to keep that in mind. That's actually who took the corner kick earlier. Looks like Camden's able to play it out of their backfield, clear the ball up forward, and Pierce County kicks the ball out around the 20-yard line. And the call for Camden to push up comes from their goalkeeper. Camden's heavily pushing forward. Defenders up near the 50. And looks like they're going to call a high kick maybe on Keb. Calling something, giving them a direct free kick, which is a dangerous spot for our defense, for the Bears. They're 10 yards deep, maybe 20 yards from the goal. So an easy scoring position here. Cade's able to put a hand on it. He's able to deflect the ball, and then our defender, looks like Josh, came behind him. Caden wasn't able to catch it, but he was able to deflect it, and then Josh was able to boot it out. That was a dangerous play. Dangerous spot on the field for a free kick. And it sets up a Camden corner. Ball is up. Perfect cross. He puts a foot on it, and it goes well out of bounds, setting up a Pierce County goal kick for our keeper. Second goal kick of the night. That was the most dangerous play yet for our Bears. Caden's able to kick the ball right at the 40-yard line, but unfortunately to a Camden County Tiger. And we've lost our feed. Give me just a second. All right, well, that's what happens when you don't charge your batteries between games. Battery on the camera died. So we're back, 31 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock, score 0-0. And Camden setting up for another free kick, this one about 20 yards away. Still a dangerous position for our Bears. And the kick is up. Looks like it's going to the far side. Caden's able to put his hands on it and comes down with the ball. With a roll out to Ashton on the far sideline. They're able to get to it. They put another cross in on the goal and bounces safely to Caden, who draws in the defender. Or sorry, the attacker. And that should have been a yellow card offense. You cannot attempt to block the ball from the keeper. And their striker clearly tried to get in the way of the drop kick. That is a yellow card offense. The referee says play on, and Camden with the ball again. Camden has kept the pressure on the Bears tonight. We've only had a few chances down on their end of the field, and most of the game has been played in front of our goal. And high ball, Caden comes up and catches it. And has a strong boot. An errant pass, tried to punch it through, couldn't quite make it to Ashton on that far side. And our passing has been great the past few games. Tonight, it has not been there. We have not had the high level of passing that we've had in the past few games. And they allow the ball to go out of bounds, which will set up a Camden goal kick. Our passing just hasn't been there tonight. I know it's early in the game. It's only 10 minutes down on the clock. Sometimes you can just get a feel for the game early, and so far the feel for the game tonight for the Bears is just that the passing just hasn't been there the way it has the last two games. So hopefully we can clean that up at some point this evening and let's put some goals on the board. We've had some kind of panic kicks where we're just kicking the ball away instead of trying to find that open defender or open Bear and get them the ball. We've just been trying to kick it just to be able to clear it and save it. And be a penalty on Camden for a push, which was well-deserved. That'll set up the Bears at about the 25-yard line for the free kick. So again, Camden's had a lot of pressure tonight. Bears haven't been able to match, but we have had, I think, better scoring opportunities. And again, here's another one. The kick is up from number 7, Alex Lacotte. Kind of chips in the air. Ball's floating around, still in front of their goal, and eventually into the hands of their keeper. Who boots the ball to midfield. Kev Carter with the defense, is able to get the ball up to Ashton Bowen. Again, like with the girls' game, the girls' game, Camden was very physical. A lot of pushing and elbowing and hips and bodies. So far, from what I've seen from Camden, they have a similar style. They are definitely very physical. There's a lot of pushing and moving around down there. So, that helps put you in a better position to win the ball, but could also draw a lot of fouls. Just depends on what the referees are going to call tonight. Deep kick, going to our Caden comes out, tries to make a play on it and misses, and allows them to score. That is going to be a Camden County goal. Caden tried to come out. Our defense was burned. It was a free ball. The defense was up too high, and Caden tried to come out and just wasn't able to get where he was. He wasn't able to put his hands on it. He tried to use his body to shield the ball and just wasn't able to get down low enough and completely blocked the ball, kind of got away from him, and Camden's able to walk in with an easy goal. Again, should Camden win, it'll be the first time in 4 years that they've been victorious against our Bears. I believe each time Camden has come out to an early lead and the Bears have been able to rally back. So let's hope that's the case tonight. Maybe that goal lit a fire in our Bears to get some better passing, be more aggressive to the ball. Camden is flying. They're flying to the ball. They're not waiting for the ball to come to them. They're moving to the ball. They're being aggressive, getting after it. Good stop. Rolla with the attempt right there. Stuck his foot out, prevented the pass, and deflected the ball out of bounds. Camden throw in. Again, that should have been a Pierce throw in, but instead the referee awards it to Camden. It was pretty clear off of one of the Camden players. They continue to move the ball down the sideline. Sets up for another Camden throw in about the 15-yard line. Throw in. Ball is headed up high. Keb's able to hit it out. There's some good passing. That's what we need. Good through ball. A little too much on it. Camden's going to be able to get to that, or they're going to let it go out. Yep, they're going to let it go out and hand it to their keeper for a goal kick. Referee stops the action for a minute. And goalkeeper takes a quick kick. And now we're back. Camden continues to push the ball up with pressure. We're lucky to be able to get to that one. That almost rolled past us and would have given them another just free one-on-one with the goal. Great pass down the sideline for Camden. Good step from our defender. He's able to clear the ball out. Looks like that was Josh. Camden maintains possession, keeps pushing down that sideline. Well defended by Josh as he goes and kicks the ball up the line for a Pierce throw-in. Was able to get that to bounce off of one of the attackers and deflect out of bounds. So good throw-in, good deep throw-in towards midfield. We're able to maintain possession. Ashton Bowen with the ball, pressing the ball up, tried to punch it through the middle. Wasn't able to get there. We had what looked like Sebastian going down the side. Another shot on goal, and it is wide. That was, again, they're able to get through our defense. We're playing a 4-back, and they only had 2 attackers, and we're able to get the ball all the way through and get another shot that luckily went to the side of the net. So our defense has got to come together a little bit tonight. We're kind of caught early, playing a little bit too high, a little too aggressive, and allowed one of their players through with a one-on-one on our keeper. And on that one, it was 2-on-3, and they were still able to get a shot on the goal. If you're watching from home, the sideline marker is almost covered up by this bottom fence. It kind of runs parallel with this bottom fence line, so that's kind of where the boundary line is. Bears with a good through ball. Played up. And eventually kicked out by the Bears, which will bring up a goal kick. No? One referee said goal kick, the other said corner. Looks like it's going to be a corner. Bears trying to get aligned, getting that set piece. Ball is up in the air, good cross, but right to the keeper's hands. Nobody was close, not able to get a body or a head, not able to block the keeper. That was a strategy that was used last week from Frederica. They on those corners, they put a body right on our keeper, Caden, and kind of prevented him from moving around. That one, if we'd have had a body, we might have had a shot on that if we had a body on the keeper, because it was a well-placed ball, but he was able to just come take 2 steps and put his hands on it and pluck it out of the air. In Camden's been aggressive. They've stayed on the ball. They've had the better passing this evening. Good through ball again. Their attacker is able to races to the sideline, but it'll be out on Camden, bringing up a Pierce throw in from about the 10, maybe 15-yard line. Scores 1-0 Camden on top of our Bears. Goal came about the 26-minute mark on a one-on-one. They just made a long pass. Caden came out of the box to try to stop it, but because he was out of the box, couldn't use his hands, tried to just kind of dive and get on the ball. Deflected away from him, and their striker was able to just walk into our goal with the ball. Our defense got caught up a little bit too high. Referee saw the penalty, but is going to call advantage, allows the play to continue, and Camden's able to send it out of bounds for a Camden goal kick. "20 minutes, 43 seconds on the clock." Again, our timer on here is not the official timer. Trying to keep an eye on both and keep them accurate. But it's not synced to the screen. So you might see the time jump around here and there. That's just me messing with it to get it back in. Camden with another good press up the field. Far corner, cross coming in. We're able to miss it. An aggressive play from Rollo, missed the ball, went straight to their striker, and we had nobody on him. And they're able to put a foot on it, but luckily it went 10 yards over the goal. You could be aggressive, but if you're going to be aggressive, you got to put your foot on the ball. You got to make that stop. If not, he was wide open on the back end. If their striker would have just settled that ball, they had a free shot on the goal. Brings up another goal kick from Caden. More pressure from Camden right up the middle. And we're able to kick it out of bounds. Nope, stays in bounds. Lost it with the side of the building here. I can't see all the way down in our corner. Bears maintain possession midfield, trying to pass the ball through. Eric streaking up the sideline, trying to see what he can do, trying to get somebody open, makes a pass. Was not able to connect on the pass. And Camden's able to get the ball upfield and is defended well by Alejandro Perez on our near sideline. Fans wanted a handball. They felt it was a direct pass back from Alejandro back to our keeper. I didn't really see who kicked the ball back to him. If it's a deflection, it's fine. Our keeper can play it, even if it's off of one of our players. It can't be a obvious pass, but that seemed like it was more of a deflection. The ball was in the air. They kind of came down and just kind of kicked it, and referee agreed. Sets up a foul, then sets up a Pierce free kick. Camden's got the ball. Good step from number 2, Rollo. Puts a shoulder into their midfielder and brings up a free kick for Camden. Free kick Camden about the 50-yard line. And they keep moving the ball more and more forward while the referee has his back turned. And the referee warns our sideline. One of our coaches may be getting a little too loud. I'm sure that's shocking to anybody watching at home. Free kick from Camden. Goes to the far corner. Nobody home for Camden, and the ball will go out of bounds, setting up a Bears throw in. Again, this game has been played on the Pierce County half of the field. We've had a few opportunities, and their player pushes ours to the ground. Be another Pierce direct kick. We've had a few opportunities, but for the most part, the majority of this half has been played in front of our net, which is never good. The more the ball is played in front of our net, the more opportunities they have to score. Pierce County setting up good. Good through ball, going to the bottom corner to Eric. Puts a body on it. Oh, was tried to make a cross that deflected off one of their defenders. We weren't able to get the cross in, but we're able to keep the pressure up. And then Camden gets possession back around midfield. They're taking their time, trying to reset. Trying to give our Bears a little bit of opportunity to reset their positions as well. And Camden making another push down the sideline. And Camden kicks it out, setting up a Bears throw in from about the 25-yard line. Good throw, pass back to Josh Boatwright. He's trying to get it to Ashton. Does. Ashton's able to push it up to number 7, Alex Acott. And we're not able to maintain possession of that pass. Try to chip the ball up. Nobody home for Camden. Goes to our arms of our keeper, who has struggled tonight with the drop kicks. He has not had them in the air, trying to do the side volley, and those have been very low. Not able to really push the ball down the field like we normally are on. Good shot from number 22, Christian Romero. The goalie mishandles it, goes out of bounds, which sets up a Pierce County corner kick from the near side. Yeah, we've had, looks like 3 or 4 drop kicks tonight, and none of them have really went past the 40-yard line, and that's surprising because he's able to boot it 50-yard line, the opposing 40-yard line even. Just hasn't been on it tonight. And the ball goes out off of a Camden defender, which brings up another Bears corner kick. 14 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Bears down 1-0 here in Camden County. Windy, cool evening here. Bears setting up for the corner. Drops his hands, crosses in, and looks like it had good English on it, had a good curve. That was close to being able to hang on the far side, just in the side of the net, but it was just a little bit too long. Had the right spin, had the right curve, just a little bit too far. That sets up a Camden goal kick. We're up here in the press box with one window open, and when that wind picks up and blows straight inside that window, it is cold. You can see the flags moving in the corner, the corner flags, and the big American flag on our side behind Caden is whipping in the wind right now. The temperature's not horrible, it's just that wind is cutting. Ooh, good pass up the field from Camden, and one of their players found Keb Carter and then immediately found the ground, which sets up a Camden free kick. He got his entire shoulder on that stop. Looks like they're setting up deep. They've got 5 players down low, just outside our penalty box, setting up for this free kick. Bears are jostling for position. Ball is up, short kick, wasn't very far. We're able to get a boot on it. Goes right back to the kicker. Camden's able to pass it back, maintain possession, push up the far side of the field, down the line, and looks like it goes out, and it should be a Bears goal kick. L. Hilton
217
217
says,
says,
probably
probably
mine
mine
getting
getting
too
too
loud.
loud.
I
I
wasn't
wasn't
going
going
to
to
say
say
it,
it, but you're probably right. The referee kind of went right in between both of them, so I couldn't really tell who he was directing it at, but he was kind of standing right in between both of them. Pierce County pushing up the field. Eric's trying to settle the ball, get possession. Unfortunately, Camden is just a little bit too tall. They've got some height on our Bears, and so they're able to get some of these. Ooh, that was a dangerous kick from Rolo. Not sure how that was not called a high kick. That was 3 inches from one of their players' heads. That was very dangerous play on the ball. That sets up a Bears throw in from about the 10, 15-yard line. Bears are trying to make something happen, trying to tie up this game. Tried to punch the ball through there. They're able to. Camden's able to get a foot on it. Good tackle. I believe that was Blaine McQuaig. Yep, that was Blaine. Great tackle on the ball on that to be able to kick it out of bounds. Camden again trying to get it up field. Rolo's able to get a turn on the ball, cross it all the way across, but Camden's able to maintain possession again. Good defense from Ashton actually coming up and playing some defense on that to try to get the ball back. About 10.5 minutes. Bears down 1-0 here in Camden. Good pressure. Oh, just off the foot, just barely too wide for Eric. He was open in the middle, but the angle that Christian had didn't really have a choice. He had to play that angle, and Eric was just a little bit too far forward and wasn't able to get back to it. Blaine gets the ball. Ashton with the ball, and an open shot in the middle of the field. He shoots. The keeper's able to deflect it up. I think that was going over the top of the goal anyways. That was a rocket. That was probably going through the uprights, but the keeper was able to put a hand on it and setting up another Pierce County corner kick. 9.5 minutes. Really need to connect on this. We got to put one in the back of the net and go into this thing halfway point tied. Crosses in. Nobody on it. Oh, and the keeper's able to touch it. He would look surprised. He just let the ball go right by him. Caught him off, just basically surprised. We had a player right there that just weren't able to put it in the net. I don't know who that was, number 7. Looks like Alex maybe was kind of sitting there in the corner, but it almost looked like everybody was surprised that the ball was there. There was a delayed reaction on everybody. The offense, defense, keeper, everybody just kind of watched the ball, and it was beautiful. It was right there, right where it needed to be. We just couldn't put a body on it and get it in the back of the net. That's something we've been able to do the last 2 games. I've talked the last 2 games about our passing this year so far has been excellent, especially on the receiving end of the pass. Pierce with another pressure. The cross is in just too far wide, and that'll set up a Camden goal kick. Nope, offsides. Yep, ref raising the flag offsides, so that's going to bring up a kick, basically a goal kick. It's almost in line with a goal kick. But the last 2 games, our passing has really been excellent on the receiving end of it. We've always been able to make good crosses, but sometimes we haven't been able to get a foot on it to settle the ball and actually receive the pass, and that has been improved somewhat this year in the few games that we've played, especially in the tournament that we played in early in the year in January. We had some really good passing and receiving. That hasn't been here tonight. We've not received passes well, and instead the ball just kind of bounces off of our feet and basically just turns the ball over to Camden, and that's why they've been able to keep the pressure on us throughout this entire game. Most of the game has been played on our half of the field. Good stop by Rolo there, down deep on our half of the field. Punches the ball up, and it will sail out of bounds around the 50-yard line for a Camden throw-in. But they've just been able to keep the pressure up. We've been able to have our moments, and the last several minutes have been more on the Camden side of the field. But by and large, for this game, they've really been able to keep the pressure up and keep it on our half of the field. Even our defense, usually on a ball like that, Geb, first team all regions, usually able to clear the ball 30, 40, 50 yards down the field on a kick like that, but just not quite connecting on some of these, being able to clear the ball out. And that's going to bring up a penalty. Blaine was kind of pushed to the ground, so that should bring up a direct kick for the Bears from around the 50-yard line. Looks like Keb is moving up maybe. Nope, that'll be number 8, Sebastian DeLeon, I believe, that'll take this. It's hard from up here in the press box. I can't really see their numbers. I'm just guessing at this point. Good kick down to the 10-yard line. And again, they've got some height on our players, and so they're just able to jump up and win those headers. Across the board, I think their players are just taller than us, which, again, when you have a, 5A, 7A, something size school against 2A, they're going to have more athletes to be able to choose from. So, but the Bears have won 3 straight. We are looking to make a 4th in a row against Camden. University of Camden, some people call it, if you look at their facilities or weight room, turf field, and referees calling offsides on Camden, which will bring up a kick. Hopefully, we will send everybody forward and let our keeper take this, but looks like Keb's going to take it from about the 20-yard line. 5.5 minutes left. Bears down 1-0 here in Camden. Keb makes a good kick, but Camden's able to maintain possession and get it right back to our half of the field. Good through ball from Camden. Good stop from Alejandro Perez. Rolo with the ball, moving forward, kicking the ball up. Nobody home for the Bears to be able to receive it. But he's able to get that midfielder beat and at least get the ball out of our area. About 5 minutes left. Bringing up a Camden goal kick. Again, sorry we're not able to zoom in a little more on the ball. Looks like I'm going to have to get a separate lens just to be able to zoom in a little further. I'm not sure how much of the action, if you're able to really see the ball, but I'll try to keep you updated on what's going on. Camden played the ball back to the keeper. Now they're pushing forward. Through ball going up high. Looks like Keb's on the defense. He kicks it out of bounds. Brings up a Camden throw in around the 20-yard line. They throw it in. And looks like they kick it right back out. No, referee's awarding the throw in to Camden again. Looked like the Camden player actually kicked the ball out, but Camden tries to make a cross. There's nobody home. And Eric's able to take the ball up the far sideline. Passes to Rolo. Rolo tries to punch it through. Nobody home. Camden's able to intercept it and push forward again. Camden makes a pass up the sideline, a 1-2 pass. Just barely too far for their striker. That was free again in the middle. That's third or fourth time tonight they have just had a free player right in the middle of the field that we have not put a body on. Now Ashton's able to get the ball on the far side. Well defended by Camden, who kicks the ball out. Back to our number 4, Blaine McQuaig. Blaine with a good pass right through the middle. Trying to settle the ball down a little bit. Pass back to Rolo. Kicks it. Deflection going deep on our half of the field. Alejandro is trying to shield. And is throwing, pushing, and a cross. Alejandro definitely got his hand on some jersey and was pushing the player down, but the referee says play on. So our Bears are trying to get something going on offense and calling a penalty. It looks like on Blaine. Maybe grabbing up a jersey a little bit there. Camden free kick at the 50-yard line. They're setting up deep on our end of the field. Caden sitting back at the goal. 2.5 minutes left waiting this free kick. Kick is up and able to head it from one of our Bears. We're able to settle the ball. Got a good opportunity pushing forward. Ball going through, but intercepted by Camden. Had a good tackle on the ball. Good deflection again. Rolo's able to get a foot on the ball. They kind of trip each other up. Ball's going out, setting up for a Camden throw in deep. The Bears half of the field. 1 minute, 50 seconds left. Bears down 1-0, trying desperately to get something on the board before half. Throw in goes right to the middle. We're able to get a body on it. And again, that's just another example of we're just not able to clear the ball out and get the ball settled so that we've got a good opportunity to do something with it. They take another shot. Camden takes another shot from the 20-yard lines. 5 yards well wide of the goal, which will bring up another goal kick from our keeper, Caden Edwards. Let's see if we're able to get this thing in the air, get some pressure, maybe flip the field here. Caden kicks the ball to about the 40-yard line, but right to the feet of a defender. Was able to pass it upfield to one of their attackers. That was a good defense by Keb. He's able to get the ball back to midfield, but again, we just weren't able to possess it once our defense cleared the ball. Camden pressing up the field. They make a deep cross, put a head on the ball. It's going out wide and out of bounds. Again, they've got some height. They're able to jump up and get the height on both ends, on defense and offense. Anytime that ball hangs in the air, Camden has been winning those. Caden with another goal kick, back to about the 45-yard line, kicked by a Camden player who punches the ball through to an open striker who chips the ball to the side of the net. That's probably the 5th time tonight they have had a wide open body down on our end of the field with nobody really on him. Brings up another goal kick. Caden boots it to the 50, and that will be the end of the half. That is the half here in Camden. Camden County Tigers up 1-0 on your Pierce County Bears. We will take a quick break and be back in about 10 minutes. Bears fans, we are back. 10 seconds left on the clock. Bring you the second half here in Kingsland, Camden County versus your Pierce County Bears. Our boys are down 1-0, but this isn't the first time we've been down to Camden and come back to win. We've done it 3 years in a row, as a matter of fact. Scores 1-0. Their goal came off of, basically we call it a 50-50 ball. Our defense was up a little bit high. They were able to get a ball through. It was a one-on-one with our keeper. Caden tried to come out, but he was out of the box, so couldn't use his hands. Tried to dive on it. It's 50-50 ball, and unfortunately on some of those, you're either the hero or the reason you're down 1-0. And that's how it happened to fall tonight. Camden's ready to kick it off to start this second half. The referee checking with the keepers, make sure everybody is good. And there we go. Second half has started. Bears have been aggressive. We've been going after the ball. We just haven't been able to settle it. We've not been able to put a foot on the ball and settle some of these just wild kicks or wild, passes or whatever it is. Caden comes out, makes a great stop. They had a player right there that could have put a head on that ball. And here again, they did this in the first half, where they kind of come up and crowd our keeper on the kick, which you're not supposed to do. That one wasn't as egregious as the first drop kick in the first half, where the player literally kind of stepped towards him. That was a little bit better kick from Caden. He's had that one about 40, 45 yards up the sideline. Unfortunately, we just didn't have anybody there. Camden kicking the ball, maintaining possession around midfield. Now we're starting to settle the ball a little bit. Good passing, good distribution. And that's what we need. We need to get back to some Bear soccer, maintaining possession, having a good pass, see the pass, get to the open field, and maintain possession. Not just kicking the ball when you don't have anywhere else to go and just, kicking it and hoping somebody shows up. And that sequence right there, of 10, 15 passes was better than anything I saw in the first half when it comes to Pierce County passing and receiving of passes. Looks like they call a penalty on, or maybe a handball on Camden, and sets up Kev Carter for the free kick. Kicks it deep, Camden County side of the field. Another deep cross, and they're able to put a head on it. We're able to stop the ball, but they're still able to clear it out. Sebastian De Leon with the stop to keep possession on Pierce County. And here, the heads from Camden. They've really been able to get heads on the ball this evening, using some of their height advantage on some of these high balls, and been able to stop some promising attacks, and then just kind of intercept the ball and maintain possession. It's going to be called out on Camden. Bring up a Pierce County throw-in from that far side 40-yard line. Throwing it right down the line. Good pass down to Christian. Christian tries to pass it up to Alex. Alex keeping pressure on. Eric there with some pressure, trying to keep the ball desperately on their half of the field, because we played almost the entire first half on our half of the field, really within the 30 yards, 25 yards in front of our goal. Way too much time in front of our goal. Ball goes long. Their keeper is able to come out and put a hand on it and set up the punt for Camden. We've had a few opportunities. Our best opportunity probably came off of a corner kick, and the corner kick almost went in the net on its own, hit one of our players and deflected and kind of hit the pole. We just weren't able to put it in the back of the net. Again, that's something the first few games this year we've been able to improve on. We've been able to make those connections and get it in the back of the net the first few games. Tonight we're struggling to find the back of the net. We're struggling to keep the ball in their half of the field. But Pierce sets up for a free kick. Looks like Eric's taking the kick. Ball bouncing around, deflecting. Trying to get a foot on it. And it's going to far corner of the building. I can't really see around it. Looks like Camden gets possession. They come out. And they have another one-on-one with our keeper. Good slide tackle. Great defense on that. Number 14, Alejandro Perez, with a beautiful slide tackle right as the defender was winding up. The attacker was winding up to put his foot on it to take that shot. And he comes out and does a beautiful slide tackle to prevent that shot from ever taking place. And then Caden's able to collect it and clear the ball out. He kind of got burned on that. He was up too high, allowed the striker to get past him at about the 35-yard line, but was able to make up for it right there at the last second. Good defense from Josh Boatwright, and was able to clear the ball away. Again, there's an example of something we need to do a little bit better. Not just clearing the ball out, but finding a white jersey, finding one of our players to be able to get the ball to when we clear it out. And there's Alex Acott arguing that he was being thrown to the ground, but instead they're awarding the kick to Camden. And they're going to take it right from midfield. Camden setting up for the free kick. The kick is up, right to the middle. And we're able to get a head on it. Back to one of the Camden players, puts a chest on it. Kev's able to kick the ball out, but not quite out of bounds. Josh is over on the side trying to fight for it, trying to roll the ball out, and referee awards a throw-in for Camden. Camden has had several opportunities, and they've had several players get behind our defense tonight. Some on some set pieces, some on some throw-ins. And we've been a little bit aggressive and kind of going after the ball, but by being aggressive and then maybe missing the ball, it's allowed some of their attackers or midfielders to get behind us. And then getting rid of the ball. That was another good attack, and it's going to call offsides on Camden. He was well offside when that ball was kicked. To bring up a free kick for Pierce, which we should allow Caden to take and let everybody else press up. And that looks like that's what we're going to do. It's right at the edge of the penalty box anyways. And Caden boots the ball to their 40-yard line. Great ball. They were able to kick it, deflect it back, but we're able to maintain possession. Blaine with a good pass, good through ball, trying to get it to Ashton, but weren't able to quite connect on it. They play it back to their keeper, who kicks it out to their 40-yard line. Sebastian tried to get a play on that one, tried to roll it, wasn't able to maintain possession. Kept Carter with some defense, and it's going to get called there on the edge, and going to be another free kick for Camden. And the referee's having a talking to him, saying that's your last one before you get a yellow card. I couldn't read their lips from here, but I can pretty much tell you where that was going. It's about the second or third time that's happened, so I'm sure the referee says, yep, that's it, last warning. So sets up a Camden free kick from the 30-yard line. They're playing deep around the 15, but they're probably going to break for it, and they do. They make a break, and the ball goes to Caden, who's able to come up and make a good stop. And then kick the ball forward. Referee stopped play. I believe they tried to block the kick again. Is the only thing I can figure on that. I couldn't see it. There's a bar right in the center of this window, and right when he went to kick it, I kind of moved my head and couldn't see what happened. But I know they've come close to trying to block his kicks, which you cannot do. That's actually a yellow card offense for trying to, prevent the keeper from kicking the ball or throwing the ball. Ball ping-ponging around. Another dangerous high kick right there. Alejandro had a kind of a high one. There's another high kick from Blaine, but nobody was around it, which is fine. You can do that. You can have a high kick, but if it's close to another player, that's when it can be called, possibly be carded. Good aggressive play from the Bears. Looks like their player grabbed one of our Bears. I could see that from the press box. He literally, it was pretty obvious. He grabbed his shoulder, literally spun him around, and the referee calls it. Looks like Sebastian De Leon is going to take this free kick. One of our defenders sneaking up a little more. High kick, kind of a chip shot to the center of the penalty area, and nobody home for that one. Bears are trying to maintain possession. Camden's able to keep it, press the ball up the side, and Keb's able to make a stop and kick the ball to the center. Again, that's where I think we've struggled tonight, is on some of these kicks, just kind of kicking the ball away. Not kicking it necessarily in the direction of one of our players, but just kind of kicking it just to clear it. And we need to be more intentional about trying to get the ball when we're clearing it, at least in the general direction of one of our players. Good through ball. Ashton Bowen trying to come up the sideline, but well defended from Camden. Able to get a foot on it and move the ball back to midfield. Same player, number 10, is able to go almost all the way. They put another boot on it and shoot it over the goal. Again, they just cut through our entire midfield and defense with 3 passes, and they were able to get a shot on the goal from 12 yards away. That's not like our Bears. That's not the defense that we're used to seeing from Pierce County. Caden with the goal kick up to Sebastian De Leon. Sebastian makes a dangerous pass, intercepted by Camden. Again, right in the middle of the field. They take a shot, but it's deflected from Keb Carter, and Caden is able to scoop it up in the far corner and get a punt, which again goes right to Camden. I said in the girls' game earlier, it was like we had this invisible barrier at midfield, and the girls struggled to get the ball past midfield. They could clear the ball out, and their goalie would make a stop. Their defense would clear the ball out, but it was like it would get to midfield, and then it would immediately be right back on their half of the field. And our boys have kind of done the same thing. We're struggling to really push the ball past midfield, and most of the game has been played in front of our net. Caden with a boot out to the 50-yard line. Again. Oh, Camden had a player streaking up and just mistimed the pass. And Keb throws the ball, but he was on the wrong line. The lines down here are very faint. On their sideline, it is a very, very faint line. And he was just on the wrong line when he had the throw in. You can't see the out-of-bounds line from this camera angle because it's basically the same as the top of the fence. That slightly darker blue line you may see from time to time on their sideline is not the out-of-bounds line. The out-of-bounds line is dark blue, but it is right along the same, runs just basically the same as the top of that fence. The penalty areas for both goalkeepers is also very faint. You can barely see that on camera. The lines are so faint for these keepers. Good through ball. Their keeper comes up, makes a play on it. We had a player that was there, looks like Eric. I think that was Eric Morita that was close to it. But their keeper was able to beat him to it and able to clear the ball away. And it looks like they're setting up for a Camden throw-in around the 35-yard line. Camden maintaining good possession, good passes. They've been able to move the ball effectively. Pierce with a A little bit of a free play. Ashton puts a boot on it, but kicks it to the scoreboard. Didn't really have much of a shot on it. Had a free ball, but didn't really have a good angle to be able to do anything with it. Bears down 1-0. 26 minutes, 20 seconds left remaining on the clock. And Camden with a free kick. And Pierce is able to settle the ball, play it backwards towards their goal. Ashton with a foot on the ball. He's running forward and tries to get, and he's able to score! The goalie came out, misplayed the ball. Looks like he is injured down there. He came out, he was not able to get a hand on it. Ashton was able to get his foot on it at the same time. Unfortunate injury. And for now, Bears are able to tie it up. And their keeper is up. That's a good sign. Waiting for some signal from the referee. It looks like the goal is going to stand, and your Bears have tied it up 1-1 with 26 minutes left. I believe that was Ashton Bowen. Oh, and I didn't stop the clock. Bears with some good defense, kicking the ball out, trying to clear it. And there we go, clock's back working. 25 minutes, 29 seconds, there we go. Score is 1-1 in Camden. Your Pierce County Bears have just tied it up. Ball bounced around. Ashton was able to beat the keeper to it by a split second. Keeper tried to make a play on it. Ashton put his foot on it first and was able to find the back of the net. And Camden immediately coming back out with some pressure. That brought some life to the Bears. They're flying around the field now. Now it's time to settle down. Now it's time to play our Bears variety of soccer. Settle the ball, get good passes, play great defense, and keep the ball moving. There's Christian Romero with another good shot, another good pass to the corner. Number 7 shoots it across, and the keeper's able to make a save. That was number 7, Alex Latott, trying to hit the far corner. Wasn't able to quite get it there. Keeper rolls the ball out. Another shot on goal. Their keeper deflects it. Is able to get it on. That's 3 shots in less than a minute from Pierce County. That goal puts some life in our boys. Their keeper is settling it down, trying to calm everybody down, and makes a good boot. Deep ball. Alejandro Perez puts a head on it. I'm not sure what. Okay. I guess they called a penalty on Camden. Sets up Keb with a free kick deep in our end zone, on our half of the field, our end zone. And ball's ping-ponging around. We need to settle it. And sets up a Bears throw-in around midfield. Keb Carter with the ball, throwing it in. Throws it deep down, about the 20-yard line. And Camden kicks it out. It'll be another Bears throw-in around the 25-yard line this time. Keb with the ball again. Throws it to about the 10-yard line. We have a Bear. Oh, it looks like Camden's going to get to it. Ball ping-ponging around. They've got a streaker going up the far sideline. He's able to get there, put a foot on it, but Alejandro Perez is able to kick it out again. Looks like they're going to have a throw-in. Camden throw-in about the 20-yard line, and they throw it back. Set up for a cross. Ball crosses our defense. We're able to put a foot on it, try to save it, try to keep it from going out of bounds. It's going to the far corner. And looks like offsides is being called on Camden. No, Camden throw in. Sorry. The way the referee held the flag looked like it was the signal for offsides. They throw it in. Pierce is able to get a boot on it and kick the ball towards their half of the field. But Camden has maintained possession and is trying to push it back forward. High kick. Josh Boatwright tried to defend the ball. It went straight up in the air. Now Keb gets to the ball, heads it out of bounds. It'll be a Camden throw in right near the corner as Camden tries to get set up. Deep throw in, crossing all the way across. They had a free shot on the goal again. That throw in went all the way right dead center. They just didn't get a good strike on it. Pierce was able to get the ball, roll it up the field. Ashton Bowen with the ball going up the right side. Tries to pass it through the middle. Wasn't able to connect to number 7, Alex Lacotte. Camden with the ball again, pushing forward. Josh tried to play aggressive and get the ball, missed it, and now they've got a player streaking through. Number 7 got some speed on him, but between Josh and Keb, they were able to trip him up just enough. He wasn't able to put a good foot on it for a good shot, and then Cade's able to scoop it up. And now he's having to retreat quickly back to the goal because they have a player that's pushing forward again. Looks like he pushed our player down to the ground, but they're making the signal for, I believe, a goal kick. Oh, we're stopping the clock. As the referee issues a yellow card, basically just for jawing off at the referee. And it looks like Caden is setting up for a goal kick. So one of their strikers sent off the field, yellow card. And looks like we are also making a sub. Or maybe that was just Ashton. He must have just went and got a drink of water and is jogging back to his side of the field. And the referee is going, talking to their coach. And one of our players decides to go right there as well. And they're calling over our head coach to have a little chat. That was a good little break for me to get a drink of water. And the discussion with the head coaches has ended. And all right, so it looks like it is a free kick, not a goal kick. They called a penalty on Camden deep on our half of the field. Caden kicks the ball up. Camden's able to send it right back to Caden, who's able to scoop it up. Able to get a boot on it about midfield. Alex trying to do something with it. Good pass back. Like number 6, Christian Klink was able to pass that back. And another penalty, it looks like, on Camden. Deep on the Camden half of the field. They tripped up number 22, Christian Romero, in the far corner down here, and that sets up a free kick about 5 yards from the end line, back behind the goal. So the far corner of the field. Not even sure if you can see that on camera. It's pretty deep. Ball is up, headed in. Oh, that was about a yard away from being in the back of the net. We had a head on it. We just couldn't get it to curve in. That'll set up a Camden goal kick. It's a good set piece. Just barely unable to connect. Went just wide of the goal. Yeah, we needed that one to sink. things are getting chippy on the field. They've been aggressive. Camden's been aggressive this whole time. They're putting shoulders and hips and bodies. Uh, our Bears have tried to match it. Camden seems to have a little bit more size advantage and are able to use that weight a little more effectively. But our Bears have done good with some opportunities that they've had. Dangerous pass back to their keeper, who kind of chips the ball up. Ashton's able to put a head on it, but wasn't able to get enough oomph on the ball to get it forward. They've got a player streaking up the side. Josh Boatwright with the defense. Alejandro and Caden wisely kicks it because it touched one of our players, so Caden came out and kicked it to the side. That way it's a throw-in instead of a corner kick. It was good shielding, good defense from Josh and Alejandro there, just trying to shield the ball. But because one of them touched it, Caden came out and made a play on it. They throw it deep to the middle. Again, they've got a player grabbing the jersey. Same one on the yellow card, and he's grabbing the jersey again. So, I don't know, maybe we can get a red card and get an advantage here. Camden again, trying to get the ball at the sideline, tripped up and out of bounds. Brings up a Bears throw in. Keb's able to throw the ball towards midfield. Ashton puts a boot on it, tries to get it down to their half of the field. And Camden's going to kick it out again around the 25-yard line. Bring up a Bears throw in. Josh Boatwright with the throw. Made it to midfield. Hit the chest of number 7, Alex Lacotte, but not able to settle it and get a good foot on it. And then Caden, ball deflecting off of one of our players. Caden's able to scoop it up and gets ready for a drop kick. Right to one of their players. We just have not been able to really have the height and the length that we need on Caden's goal kicks. He's capable of kicking it well past the 50, and tonight just has not connected on those. That was a staple last year of our offense, is being able to go directly from a goal kick or a drop kick situation and getting it on their half of the field very quickly and letting the speed of our strikers like Ashton, like Eric, let them use their speed to just get a free one-on-one on the keeper. And we've just not been able to do that this evening. I think somebody might be practicing some drop kicks this weekend. I can't say for certain, but it's probably going to happen. Camden County with the ball again near midfield, poked the ball through. Josh on the defense and kicks the ball out around the 10-yard line. Again, I'll thank our sponsor and my lovely assistant in the booth with me, doing the camera so I can focus on this and some of the technical stuff that's on the computer. And she's moving the camera for me because I start watching the game and then I completely forget to move the camera so you can see what's going on at home. So I'm glad I have somebody up here doing the camera for me this evening. But our sponsor for tonight is my business, S3 Design Co. Anything to do with videography, aerial photography, commercials, real estate photography, weddings, give me a call. Love to do some work with you. Back to action here in Camden County. Scores tied 1-1. 15 minutes. Oh, I didn't start my clock. 15 minutes, 10 seconds. I'll get the clock updated. And Camden pressing down the field again. I didn't stop the clock after that last penalty. So we're right at 15 minutes left. Score tied 1-1. Camden throw in. Ball makes it to the middle. We're able to clear it out. Have some good passing. Christian Klink with the ball in the middle. Passes it up. Looks like Blaine McQuigg. And now Sebastian De Leon clears the ball up. Tries to head it back to Ashton. Weren't able to connect on it. And Camden gets possession of it again. Camden clears the ball up. We're able to put a foot on it. I couldn't tell if that was Josh or Keb. They kick it back to our keeper. Caden has to kick it because it was a pass back, so Caden, all he could do is kick it out of bounds, kind of kill a little bit of time. They've already thrown the ball back in. Camden's on the throw in. They're set up on the far corner. They roll it back to one of their players, 20 yards out, presses the ball up to the middle for a header. Keb's able to get a head on it. And we kick it out of bounds, which sets up a Camden throw in. No, they kick it out of bounds. Sets up a Pierce throw in around our 25-yard line. Looks like Keb with the free kick. And they get it right back to our half of the field almost immediately. Josh with a good defense, tried to clear the ball away. Blaine with the pass. Again, passing. Our passing just hasn't been as good as it has been in the past this evening. Some of the passes just haven't been accurate, and then some of the receiving end of the passes just hasn't been there. Been some deflections. Something we need to clean up. I know it's something we struggled with last year, but the first few games of this year, we seem to be doing very well with our passing and receiving, and some of our set pieces have really been there. But tonight it's been a struggle. I'm sure all these road games has been tough on the Bears. Bears with a good opportunity and slide tackle from behind. It's going to be a free kick. Number Christian Romero, slide tackle from behind. That should be a yellow card. I don't see the card coming out of the pocket. But when you tackle a player from behind with a slide tackle, that should be an automatic yellow, especially this late in a game that is this close. That was a pretty good goal-scoring opportunity. It wasn't an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, but... And the referee calls a timeout with 12 minutes left. He's coming to the sideline to check with his line judge. Assistant referee on the side. Some pointing. Again, I think they're just trying to make sure they get the call right. And wow, they're not even awarding a free kick off of that. They're awarding a Bears throw-in. Wow. Not sure what happened there. That seemed like it was a pretty obvious foul, a slide tackle from behind. But play on. Bears with another throw-in from the 20-yard line. Camden boots it, gets the ball up high. Keb gets it, tries to settle it, but kicks it out of bounds. Again, another thing our defense has done, I think, across the back line tonight has not taken a second to be able to settle the ball, especially when there's no pressure. When there's pressure on, you got to do what you got to do. Kick it out. Just kick it high, kick it hard. I get it. But when we've got time, settle the ball, find somebody, make a good pass. We've struggled with maintaining possession this evening. Probably one of our number one things that we've struggled with is just maintaining possession of the ball, having good passes. Camden with a shot way deep on our field. They pass it back. Go all the way across the field, back to the center. They had a player that seemed like he could have come out and got that ball and just kind of pulled up. Looked like he would have been there first and could have turned around and maybe even taken a shot on goal, but chose not to. Camden throws it in. Camden again trying to push the ball up our near side. Another Camden throw in. Good defense. Oh, Camden's able to get a foot on it. Back to the center. Camden possessing the ball. Good passing. They're just kind of going back and forth between a couple of their players. It's good passing, just kind of one-touch passing. Boom, 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 boom. Just able to move the ball and pass it between a few of their players very quickly. It looks like one of our players is injured. And I didn't start the timer earlier. We have 9 minutes, 58 seconds. And is that Rolo, I believe, that is walking off the sideline? It was Rolo. I don't know if it was his eye or his ear. It was definitely something on his head that he was kind of pointing at, grabbing at. I don't know if he got poked in the eye or grabbed or something like that. But looks like we have a sub in now, and it will be a Camden throw in. No, it's going to be a Bears free kick. And Keb lines up for the kick, and the clock started again. Less than 10 minutes remaining here in Camden County. Bears and the Camden County Tigers score is tied 1-1. As the Bears continue to try to make something on offense. We've, again, played so much of this game in front of our goal, and so much of this game has been, possessed by Camden. We've done good with some of the opportunities we've had. We just haven't had enough of them and haven't been able to keep the ball away from Camden. Camden with a boot from the 45-yard line. Slips through Keb's boot, but Cade's able to scoop it up, make a play up the sideline. Looks like, I believe that is Tyler Harwood that came in for Rolo, that is playing on that far side. Camden's got to throw in from the 45-yard line. Throws it up high, headed up high. Bears are able to make some passes. Good through ball. And pop it through, but nobody's home to be able to receive it. Camden trying to save it, but cannot. It's out of bounds from Camden. Ashton looks to throw it in. Throws it in Sebastian De Leon. Sebastian tries to go up to 22 Christian Romero. Again, it's getting chippy down there. There's some elbows flying. There's definitely some frustration from both sides. It's definitely getting a little chippy down there. This game means a lot to both teams. Obviously, early in the season, something they want to be able to, have their season at the right time. And that was a handball. Tyler was able to kick the ball straight at the player's hand. Referee called it. Looks like Eric is going to take the free kick from the 30-yard line, which sets up a Bears set piece as we try to slide one of our defenders up. Josh Boatwright going to play a little deeper, while Alejandro and Keb hover near midfield. Ball is up and straight to the keeper's hands. Never were able to make a break on that. It just went straight to the keeper on that. And now we're waiting on our boys to get back on our half of the field. Keeper makes a good kick. That's wow. Not sure. Again, that was an elbow to the back of one of our boys' heads, and the referee didn't call anything. That's the kind of kick that we're used to seeing from our keeper, being able to get the ball up past midfield, in the air, bouncing, to the 40, opposing 40, maybe 30-yard line, and our boys able to make an attack from it. It just hasn't been there tonight. Camden again trying to make something out of nothing there in the middle. Sets up a Bears throw in. Again, lots more pushing, shoving, jersey grabbing. Not sure what's going on. The referee does not have to blow the whistle for the play to come back in. As soon as the penalty is announced, if one of our players picks up the ball, places it, and kicks it, we're good to go. We had the advantage on that, and that's what we tried to do. Sebastian tried to play it quick, and you're allowed to do that. Once the ball is settled, unless there's an injury, which there was not, you can go ahead and reset the ball immediately. There's not a timeout. It doesn't stop anything. We had a good cross. Camden was able to defend it, and We poke the ball out, sets up a Camden throw in on the near side. And slight pause for a sub. Camden looks like they made a sub at the striker position, maybe bringing in some fresh legs. Good header from Keb. Another dangerous, looked like kind of a dangerous high kick there from Blame. It wasn't called. Josh with some defense right here on one of their attacking players and is called for the penalty. So they're going to have a free kick around the 50-yard line. As our players reset. Again, on these free kicks, we don't have to completely reset everything. If the player that's kicking the ball doesn't ask for the 10-yard mark from the referee, if there's no injury or anything on the field, you can just drop the ball and start play again. We don't have to have all the pomp and circumstance. Camden with another opportunity. Handball. That's going to set up a penalty kick. Handball, unfortunate. Josh Boatwright, he just shot his hand in the air. It was a reaction. And now Caden will have to hope and pray that he's able to pick the right side. Unfortunately, it is stacked against you when you're the keeper in this situation because there's almost nothing you can do. You're just guessing a side, one side or the other, and then you're hoping that you can just, put a hand or a body on it. 4.5 minutes left. Score's tied 1-1. A penalty kick opportunity for Camden County Tigers. Referee blows a whistle. They line up. And he goes right down the middle. Caden chose the left side. Striker goes right down the middle. Score is now 2-1 Camden County. And that is a heartbreaker for our boys. With only 4.5 minutes left, we've struggled to maintain possession and have scoring opportunities. And one of their players looks like he's arguing with the referee. Time is back in. 4.5 minutes left. Camden driving down the field again. Going to the far corner. Josh Boatwright again on the defense. Trying to save it, but unfortunately sets up a Camden corner. Camden sets most of their players far, about 10 yards away from the net. As the kicker lines up, makes a kick, everybody presses in. Defended well from Keb Carter. Great defensive play from Ashton on that. Was able to get a foot on it and able to play it up the sideline. And then we kick it out near the 50-yard line. 3.5 minutes left. Bears down now 2-1 off that PK, which came off of a handball. They're able to settle the ball in the penalty area, but we're able to clear it out. Good passing back and forth. But again, we just haven't had that vision tonight to see where the open player is going to be. Caden comes up, tries to make a play on the ball, and is kind of taken out by one of their attacking players, but is able to do enough to be able to get the ball out. We've got a breaking ball. Christian Romero has a chance, but their keeper is able to kick it out of bounds. It comes out of the net, kicks it out of bounds. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Bears need everything they can right here to be able to tie this game up in the next 2.5 minutes. Camden County throw in, 45-yard line. Ashton made a good challenge there. Good stop from Alejandro. Up to Sebastian, who tries to punch the ball through. There's just nobody there to receive it. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Bears throw in around the 50-yard line. Trying to shield the ball. Again, Camden County's been very aggressive, very physical. They tried to draw the penalty on that one. He flopped on the ground when the referee wasn't buying it. He immediately jumped up. That'll be another Camden County throw in from around the 30-yard line. They're letting him take that all the way at the 20. Kicked out by Josh Boatwright. It's going to be another Camden County throw in around the 10-yard line. Minute 30 seconds left on the clock. Bears down 2-1. Camden County again deep in our area. Good cross. Dangerous cross. That was another foot to the left. That was in the corner of the net. But it went all the way over to the back end. There was nobody there to be able to put a head on it. If they had a player on that back post, that would have been in the net for sure. 1 minute left on the clock. Bears on the throw in. Short throw. Camden's able to kick it sky high. Back to Caden, makes a catch. It's coming up quickly. That's the best punt of the night. Past the 50-yard line. Camden's able to get to it. And Ashton tried to make a play, ran into the shoulder of one of their players. And then, again, frustration getting the better of our boys tonight. Ashton's pushed him to the ground. Referees trying to break up a little bit of the chippiness, but 20 seconds left on the clock. Timeout is called with 18 seconds. Call it 18.8. Looks like a cramp from one of the Camden players. Looks like we're getting ready to restart the action here. Referee blows the whistle. Quick pass to the corner. They're happy to let the ball go out of bounds, setting up a goal kick. 5 seconds left. Not much left we can do. We won't even get to possess the ball. And that is the ball game. Bears lose 2-0. First time in 3 years that we have lost to the 7A Camden County Wildcats. Tough loss for our boys. We did some things well. We did some things not so well. Unfortunate right there at the end, the handball in our penalty area. That was a tough one. It set up an impossible shot for Caden to try to defend. Looks like there's some more chippiness going on down there on the field. Not much class from the winners. Trying to get chippy with some of our players there at the end. But again, 7A school versus a 2A school. Kind of acted like they just won the state championship here. But that is it for tonight. We will see you guys on Friday night in Savannah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If so, leave a message